Hello everyone, this is the Bughouse World Championship open section. This is the final match of the tournament, which is the consolation match. So it will determine third versus fourth place. We have the Duck and Penguin GM, otherwise known as the Angry Birds, and they're playing against ZBB and BughouseLad. And this is first to 35. If anyone wants to join me in commentary, let me know. I'm currently in the house Discord and house party channel, and I'm sitting here all by myself. It would be nice to have other people commentating. Not in the best mood. I'm super pissed at myself right now, but let's try to give some good commentary anyway. So our score now is 1-0 favoring Angry Birds. The Duck is immediately sacked, playing a very aggressive opening against ZBB. He's up 2 seconds, maybe 3 seconds. Hoping for stuff. Hey Chess Warriors, welcome in. Thanks for watching. Oh, nice mate by the Duck. So our score 2-0 favoring Angry Birds. We're up about 5 seconds at the end. ZBB asking for a sack. Let's go back and look at the moves here. So I don't think he could afford to take that. He had to watch out for this square here. And there might have even been another knight coming. So yeah, he just had to protect his king here. And how could he do that? Potentially knight out. Defend the square. Give the king another left square. Or he could have ignored this. Done bishop out, pawn up. Something like that. But not taking back a piece is never something that you want to do here. But yeah, it's just tough playing someone hyper aggressive like the Duck. So we've already broadcast the finals. If you missed them, you could check in my VODs or the YouTube video. But that was an exciting match of 12-teen and Little Plotkin, Team Canada, versus Chicken and Zizon, the old schoolers. So that's definitely worth checking out if you missed it. The ZBB needed a little bit of time to do something. Not sure what. Maybe developing a strategy with his partner. I don't know. YBossG asks, is this the third place match? It is. There's money on the line here. Now we're looking from Penguin's perspective. It's interesting, by the way, when I broadcast the finals, it showed me the board of the person I was following the whole time, which I've never seen anything that accurate before. Queen mates for BughouseLad. But without the queen, this looks pretty good for Penguin. Are we taking the rook and then hoping for the best? I suppose he could go back and defend. That's another possibility. Rook in its mate. Okay, our score 3-0, favoring Angry Birds. BughouseLad gives up a knight for a pawn. And he's attacking, but he needs feed. It's going to be hard to get feed because they're almost always going to be downtime versus this team. Duck and Penguin are just so fast. So, ZBB a little bit exposed. Queen trade probably going to be bad for him. Ooh, that gives the queen anyway. I guess a knight is kind of needed to take advantage. I would do bishop check here. Cut off the diagonal. Oh, he got the knight. Okay. That makes it easy. So yeah, Duck and Penguin were up time there. I score 4-0, favoring Duck and Penguin. The Duck has gotten safe here as a potential attack, maybe knight in, something like that. Or you could just try to eat pieces. Penguin has somewhat of a safe king, although h2 a little bit vulnerable. h7 also vulnerable. Seems like Penguin is up a ton of time. He's waiting, I guess, to see if a queen comes for him. Or even rooks are good, like pawn check, rook in, rook takes, take back. Maybe he wants to trade queens when it's good for his partner, like right now. There come the queens. Okay. I score 5-0, favoring Angry Birds. BughouseLad has sacked. This is kind of BughouseLad's style. Is he plays very aggressively and kind of counts on being up time. He's generally faster than his opponents, but this is the one team he's not going to be up time on. So he just needs to find a different strategy. Saxon very unlikely to work. Oh, actually, they are up time this time. Duck is slightly down. Knight is very good for Duck. Maybe bishop at e7. Oh, you got the knight. Okay. Trying to undermine the structure so a queen can land on f6. Bishop takes. Undeveloped. Oh, no. Okay, knight takes. Idea is knight would take back if this happened. Duck could just castle for safety, but I'm sure he wants to find something more aggressive. Another knight would be quite good for h6. Duck is up about 3 seconds. Knight likely comes. Maybe they didn't communicate the knight there. Knight check, queen. Well, actually, knight check. He goes here, queen's mate, so he's got to go this way. Maybe knight takes pawn. Oh, what happened there? Oh, okay. He deflected the rook. Interesting. Our score 6-0, favoring Angry Birds. Okay, Penguin has sacked. Going after the light squares, looks like. Not sure this one will work out for Penguin. Duck is actually being attacked this time. Duck gonna have to shed some pieces. Rook mates for ZBB. Rook still mates. So ZBB gonna continue playing. Keep the pressure up. Maybe rook over. Oh, he just castles. Okay. Retreat his bishop to defend it. And that is first blood for BughouseLad ZBB. I score 6-1, favoring Angry Birds. Hey, Kaiski. Welcome in. BughouseLad has his queen chased around. And he gives it up. Probably Duck's going to give up his queen too. Maybe I'll find a way to save it. I think this queen's going to have to just be shed at some point. Yeah, he gives it up. Penguin on the attack. Trades are great. Knight probably mates. Rook is really good. Queen mates. And they are up enough time. I think something will land on b7 to go after this rook. Potentially going after the queen. Duck trying to pre-move everything. That's a knight to target with the queen. Neither of them are great. Probably rook where the queen is. Oh, wow. And then queen takes. Alright, that's a queen. Time is pretty equal. Maybe new bishop in. Keep the threat, defend the square. That would be my suggestion. The other possibility is to just start checking a bunch with knight check. Okay, they should be up enough time now. Who's the best out of these four? That's a good question. At this point, probably the duck. If Penguin played regularly, he would clearly be the best. The Penguin plays very infrequently. That one goes to the Angry Birds. I score 7-1, favoring Angry Birds. This is first to 35. Queen trade on the Penguin board. Really? Duck sheds the bishop to go for a sack, I guess? Okay, he could have a queen trade. He wants a rook. Oh, wow. That is interesting. Wins the queen. This was defended, by the way, by the undeveloped bishop. BBB going to win the queen. Maybe go after these dark squares. Knight in would be interesting. Kind of like knight in. Gonna throw in a check though. Helps defend a weak square at the same time. Ooh, I don't know about this. These squares are weak now. They might land on d2. Yeah, Penguin's in defense mode. The finals were between the Canadians, Little Plotkin and 12teen, versus Zizon and Chicken Crossroad. And you can check my VODs or on YouTube. Not sure if I should spoil it for you, because you can always go and watch it. And then to promote a pawn. Okay, he's trying to make this into a queen trade. Not so sure that'll work. I think Duck is just going to have to give up this queen at some point. Oh, he does get a rook for his partner. That should mate. Bishop check, rook in. Doesn't even need the rook. He's just a knight. Oh, I can spoil it. Okay. So the finals were won by 12teen and Little Plotkin. It was a fun match. It's worth watching. Chicken did not win. So Duck trying to keep everybody safe. It is a bit hard to do. Queen trade offered. I think he should have dropped a knight instead of taking it immediately. He could have kept initiative. Penguin looks like he's in trouble here.
What did Duck mean by BWC?
This is I think he means BWC, Buckhouse World Championship. This is the consolation match for third versus fourth place.
For
third versus fourth place.
Oh,
It's
who's playing?
Penguin and Duck versus ZBB BughouseLad.
Oh, have they started?
They have started. It is first to 35, and right now the score is 8-1, favoring Angry Birds.
I see.
You want to provide commentary? It'd be nice to hear your insights here. How was the gathering, by the way? You have fun?
It was very nice, yes.
Oh, cool. Duck trying to defend here.
Oh. Duck has to mate very quickly this game. Yes, 1 second.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Okay. Yeah. He predicted the checks correctly. Did he make it?
He did not make it, but I mean, he's doing as good of a job as he can, but this wasn't enough time.
Is it even mate in 1? Like,
Nope.
BWC can't pre-move? No, it is mate in 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
Knight at f4. That was very impressive, though.
Yeah, I think Penguin should have moved and hoped he didn't find mate at 1. Kaisuke asks, was Chicken doing sports bets during the game? I don't know, but I don't think so. I think Chicken was giving it his all most of the games. Some of the games he played some questionable evidence. Penguin on the attack. Should be easy win for Penguin.
Yes. He got a good feed
maybe
there.
Queen of d4 or just drop some pawns. Our score 9-2, favoring Angry Birds.
They are extremely quick.
Yes. And I was saying earlier that BughouseLad's style is to play fast, be up time, and sack. So he's not used to being downtime.
See. Yeah.
Ooh, that's a promotion threat. Hard to stop. Maybe king up. I guess penguin's up time. He can wait for something for h8. Wait, what? Knight takes pawn. That's good. Oh, he still has it. Alright. Finally a piece for penguin. Queen goes, but now duck is in charge. Duck is up a lot of times. He can calculate here. He gets another knight. It makes things easier. King can never walk back. Yeah, it was made in two. Nice mate by duck. I scored 10-2. Favorite Angry Birds. Rooks are traded early here.
Uncommon opening.
Yes.
This position is starting to look good for BughouseLad, but
Yep. If he gets another pawn, he can threaten some promotions.
yeah.
He can also potentially
guess they
move this
take on
knight to attack
G2?
G2. Yeah. Okay. He gets a queen for his troubles. Another queen.
Looks like they have played well in this one, but it's hard for them when they're down like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
But this one looks doable, I think. Unless it's just mate.
That's a good question. Duck has a pretty good attack.
Yeah, I think he
I think
might be
one more
cooking
pawn
here.
mates
He
for
mates
duck.
with the pawn.
Oh, he has a pawn. Okay, yeah, that's mate.
Huh.
I score 11-2. Okay, C7 looks weak on the ZBB board. Penguin is castle, but is missing a pawn. Queen trade offered. Draw. Okay. So 11.5 to 2.5. Penguin picks up a free queen. You don't want to give a GM an extra queen. Knight, very good for
It's
penguin.
pretty good here.
Yeah. CVB can't even take the queen. It crushes his partner. Queen at A5 might be a threat if he doesn't take the queen. Just sack the queen for the knight. There it is. We're taking this knight for sure. Okay, 2 knights is made. Oh, 1 knight was made. 12.5 to 2.5. BughouseLad setting up a rook mate. There doesn't seem to be a rook available. He's down a bunch of time. BughouseLad sacks the queen. Oh, he's going in on f7.
Ooh, it was risky to take with the
Oh, 2 pawns.
pawn on
Very good
f3
for
and not with
Penguin.
the knight. Yeah.
There's the 2 pawns. That should mate.
Yeah. At least with the knights, because then you can follow up with like knight c3, knight a4.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's mate. Oh, it wasn't mate.
It will be mate.
Yes.
Queen trade offered. How did Penguin get a8? What? That queen does not belong there. Ooh, duck on the attack. I'm waiting for a rook, I guess. Let duck mates before he gets the rook. 14.5 to 2.5. Knight good for BughouseLad to save the bishop. He gets the knight. Free rook. Oh, well, this CBB move a little risky. Now rook is good for the duck. D8. Queen trade offered. And the problem is that didn't do the queen trade, the bishop could be hanging. Queen trade still offered. CBB downtime. If you were uptime, this would be a great position. Queen crushes his partner. With queen at f2 and then rook at d2.
Oh? That was very greedy by Penguin.
He's a greedy guy.
This is mate, or...
Yeah, this has to be mate. Oh, what? Didn't he have knight at f6? Okay, this mates too.
Knight at f6, I mean, it was covered by the knight on this side.
Oh,
I think
was
that was
it? I
pretty
thought the
good
knight just
technique.
moved there. Maybe I'm wrong.
Oh,
Yes,
rook
current
a4
score
to a2.
14.5 to 3.5. No scoreboard for consolation match. So Angry Birds are winning.
I mean, oh, they missed that knight was mating for Penguin there. That could have taken on f3. Oh, it was mate again with knight g5. Pawn g6, huh.
Ooh, sacks the queen. Nice. This is mate with bishop check.
Oh. Never easy. Oh.
And duck snipes the mate.
Eating on both boards.
15.5 to 3.5. Duck is attacking. Knight mates for duck. Knight is pinned. And they've resigned it. 16.5 to 3.5. Favor and Angry Birds. Duck is attacking. Penguin wins a queen. Pawn wins for duck. Queen N's gotta be mate. Worst case scenario, you in a free rook. Keep attacking. Duck
You got
get it.
some bug house there?
Yeah, consolation match.
Oh,
Queen
nice.
up.
Strong. Larster's commentating.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Strong.
Okay. Mate for the duck. 17.5 to 3.5. We're about halfway through the match here.
How are you at the restaurant, chicken?
The restaurant, yes. What do we have? What restaurant?
I don't know, Indian place.
Oh, it's
Indian
awesome.
place.
Area.
Indian place right next to the bar. In Itaria? Have you been there?
No.
Okay.
So for those who don't know, Chicken is visiting Norway right now.
I'm
At a
visiting
Bughouse battle.
Larso. Yeah.
Yes.
And Diablostow.
Yeah.
And some other Norway people. Yeah.
BWC needs some pieces to attack, but he's down way too much time.
Who's playing Duck? The Duck. Strong, yes.
So Penguin gets to chess up a queen. And Duck is calculating down to mate. He probably wants to play queen f7, queen takes bishop.
Oh, your phone charged? All right.
But he'll
Got to
just
get
let
soon
Penguin
so
win.
you can join the conversation.
Hey Zefcat. Zefcat, our score is 17.5 to 3.5. So your boy not doing too good.
Sleep for the kid.
That doesn't sound fun. That doesn't sound fun. Not fun.
2 days? Sounds very fun.
H2 getting hit. Yes, they have a team name.
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize I was on the call.
You are on the call. Okay. That is mate for Penguin.
Let's do starters. And then load poppadoms. Poppadoms with spiced avocado, pickled onions, poppadoms.
Perfect.
Grilled chicken tikka, served with a flatbread. Coriander, pomegranate, onion.
The chicken, can you mute your mic? So we don't hear food orders.
I get half when you get half. I'm sorry, I'll take half. Is that okay?
Why?
I'm gonna put half on my plate.
Chicken, can you mute your mic?
I'm gonna move my mic.
Yeah, mute your mic while you order.
Oh, I'm being loud. I thought you couldn't even hear me.
No, we can hear you.
All right, be quiet. Yes.
Yeah, Brody, that is the legend chicken crossroad. Second place finisher in this tournament. Hey, Synod. Welcome in. Alright, so this is a fork. A knight would protect this bishop. BBB down 30 seconds though. No knight for him. Duck is going to clean up. He's going to get his king to safety, I assume. Then eat all these pawns. Going after a rook and a pawn. Defending the pawn. Maybe pawn push 2. Takes pawn. So queen versus rook. Endgame here for the duck. You see his endgame skills. Once he takes his pawn off, be pretty easy. Oh, back ranker threatened. He snorks up. As they say on Chess Bra, snorkel. These pawns probably want to promote. Roll the pawns down. Endgame technique. Now duck is up enormous amount of pieces. He's going to get another queen. Alright, that's mate. It's FM versus NM. I scored 19.5 to 3.5, favoring Angry Birds. King does not look happy. It's still defendable.
Back soon.
This knight in a bit of trouble. Pro tip, if you're going to try to send me a scam text message, goes in as the government of some state, at least use an area code that is in the United States. Duck trying to keep safe. Queen trade offered. Queen trade is going to be good for Penguin. Penguin on the attack. Queen in or rook and take the bishop. Are we gonna take the rook? Is he waiting for bishop? Oh, okay. He's sacking for the attack. We get this queen out. Okay, pawns are good. I guess the knight guards this square. Rook or queen is good. Okay, that's a threat, but d2 is now available for attacking. Here it comes. Attacks and defends. BughouseLad trying to snap off some attackers. BughouseLad is up time. Maybe he wants the bishop to win the queen. Knight also wins the queen. But his partner has to hold a rook or queen. This is not quite mate because there's still places for the king to go. Maybe, like, if BughouseLad had infinite pieces, bishop at h1 would be a good move. Even if rook takes, it's a place that the king could not go to escape. And by the way, if you knight check, you don't even have to take the queen. It could just, whoa, what? Okay, they're just going for flag. That's mate though. Okay, that was a win for the BughouseLad team. I scored 20.5 to 4.5, favoring Angry Birds. Oh, that's a very aggressive move. This is guarded by the knight. It's not the end of the world, although it does threaten knight check and then rook mate. Knight plus rook still mates for penguin. The smothered mate. They're up 6 seconds. This rook is probably going to fall. Penguin's just waiting for knight plus rook. So what do we do if rook moves away? Okay, he's pinning the rook. Got the rook. Now he needs the knight. Oh, he already got the knight. I'm sorry. I missed that. All right. Our score 21.5 to 4.5. Favoring Angry Birds. It's first to 35. Duck is sacked. Queen, very good for Duck, but he's not going to wait for a queen. He's going to find some other things to do. Penguin on the attack too. Maybe knights could be good. He might even think about sacking his queen, then knight in. They're up 7 seconds. They have time to form a plan here. Duck's position not so hot if he doesn't get things to attack with. He has 0 development. Not recommended. Penguin going full aggro. Knight plus pawn mates. Knight is pinned. This is going to be a win for them. up 4 seconds. Knight check, king over, pawn check, bishop takes, queen takes. Still needs a pawn after the knight, but that shouldn't be too tough to get. There's the pawn. All right. 22.5 to 4.5, favor and Angry Birds. Duck is sacked. Oh, pawn mates for Duck. You can't go this way. What are you even thinking? Angry Birds was up on time, so that's a win for them. 23.5 to 4.5, favor and Angry Birds. Ooh, ZBB's king does not look happy. Duck probably wants a pawn instead of the... Oh, wow. Is he going to take the queen or wait for pawn? Now he takes the queen. Oh, his king is in some trouble, though. Rook mates. Rook mates for ZBB. Time is very close. This is looking pretty good for the BughouseLad team. I mean, time is pretty close. I guess ZBB is slightly down on time. So maybe this won't work out for him. Just keep in mind, knight mates and rook mates. ZBB gonna have to find a defense, I guess. Maybe just king takes bishop. Or no, I'm sorry. It doesn't mate because he can take the bishop. Only a queen mates. However, it does look pretty scary for ZBB. Oh, there's no blocker right now. Can you get away with taking this? He's gonna try it. And that's enough time. So that's a win for the BughouseLad team. So yeah, on the left board, they could have forced the queen next move, but there wasn't time for next move. So it's like a chess mate on the right board. He needed a blocker, but down time, so couldn't get a blocker. All right, this game, Penguin is attacking. BughouseLad has an attack himself. Knight takes pawn, then something on c6. This looks pretty good for him. Penguin gonna go for a little run. Duck is up 10 seconds, so we're gonna see some more chess in here. Normally you'd think the queen trade would benefit BughouseLad, but here it doesn't matter. BughouseLad already has enough to mate. So ZBB is just playing chess here. He needs to survive at chess. But he has nothing to drop. Duck has a rook and a pawn. It's going to be a little tough. If he tries to block off this diagonal, then a queen would come in. Okay, they've traded queens. Duck going to try to pre-move every move. He knows how dire the situation is. Oh, this has promise. There's a lot of promise. Oh, this is looking pretty good for the Duck. And Duck has got it done. They are up time. No blocker for ZBB. Our score 24.5 to 5.5. Favoring Angry Birds. They traded queen. Well, I'm sorry, they did not trade queens. BughouseLad lost his queen, I guess. They traded queens on the duck board. Okay, Penguin gonna try to come around in these dark squares. This king does not look happy. He's probably looking for a mate with like fancy knight stuff, but I don't think it's gonna work. Let's mate for the duck. 25.5 to 5.5. Duck sheds his queen. Looking for a bit of safety. Penguin being attacked. This game is looking good for the BughouseLad team. Oh, all of a sudden, Duck winning this queen back with the mate threat. Queen probably gonna have to go. CVB probably wants a pawn or something like that to start attacking at least. He could put a bishop in, then knight at e3. Try to deflect this bishop away. Okay. Alright, that defends the mate. I like the duck's attack. Duck now going for some defense. Penguin team up about 15 seconds. Knight check. We're taking this rook, I assume. Discovered check. And take that. And promote. Okay, but this works too. No blocker. Yeah, no blocker up an enormous amount of time. That's a win. 26.5 to 5.5. Favoring Angry Birds. ZBB is one apiece, but his king looks a little bit sus. Queen trade offered. Done the queen trade. BughouseLad attacking the back rank. Takes a free pawn from Penguin, but Penguin's king looks pretty safe after castling away from all the danger. In the meantime, Duck wins with a rook. We're up 10 seconds. Penguin can potentially go for a rook. He wants this rook here, looks like. Also gonna put pressure on BughouseLad's position. Constrain his options because he can't give a rook or queen. Knight in, potentially good. And also pawn check first. And if knight takes, knight in would be even better. Up about 6 seconds. I guess Duck is still hoping for the rook. We could take that, because he can't even take this. I feel like Penguin's not even going for the rook. He's just trying to win. Oh, and Duck gets mate on his board with all the knights. Our score 27.5 to 5.5. So the reason he can't take this is then queen takes queen and knight fork. ZBB sheds some pieces. Rook is good for Duck. Alright, Duck's gonna put pressure on that back rank. Penguin is attacking. Should have a maiden attack here. And a mate by assumption. Duck is still attacking. Rook would be good for ZBB. Oh, we could take that. Maybe not. Can't take it. I'm sorry. I thought that was good for his partner, but turned out it mated him. 28.5 to 5.5. Favoring Angry Birds. First to 35. Penguin on the attack. Alright, diagonals are good for him. Rook could be interesting too, but diagonal's best. Maybe pawn up. Up 1 or 2 seconds. If he tries pawn up, then BughouseLad could either defend or he could maybe put a pawn on d2, start attacking. If queen takes, we have knight checks. I like pawn up though. I wouldn't wait here. It'd be nice to get this queen involved, but there's not really a good square. These are all taken right now. Knight here, also interesting. And another knight in. Nice to like pawn up best though. They're just gonna sit it down. Penguin and Duck, I think, kind of assume, rightly so, that they're the faster team. So if BughouseLad and ZVB want to make it into a mouse race, they will take that mouse race every time. And ends up a 5-second lead at the end. I scored 29.5 to 5.5. We're about an hour into the match here. Queen mates for the Duck. Oh, he retreats. Sometimes discretion is the better part of valor. That's the Duck. DVB has a nice attack. He's taking some free material. On the other hand, Penguin has a mate threat here. Be pretty easy, mate. Yeah. Should be the kill shot. $30.5 to 5.5. Fever and Angry Birds. First to 35. Penguin gives up a full piece and then sacks. BughouseLad doesn't even take it. He would like to go after these dark squares. I think it's a good move on his part. Rook would be good, or queen. Oh, wow. I would consider queen takes rook here, to be honest. Although it probably would not have worked out. Penguin could have stalled and then let the duck win at chess. So probably a good decision on their part, not just taking the rook. Looks like the duck is thinking about sitting here or stalling until Penguin is safe. Knight check, then bishop check looks pretty good. Don't know if he has enough ammunition. I like this move a lot. Utilizing your existing bishop, save in your inventory for later. Okay, this defends a bit. Problem is this knight guards a key square. If you try to just take the knight, then you're probably going to get mated. I assume we take this. Penguin is up 10 seconds. You can wait for material. Maybe he wants another knight. A pawn. I think he probably gets a rook. Bishop guards here. Okay. Rook check, maybe? Whoa, that is not check. This has to be a win for BughouseLad. Penguin has to stall. And the duck is going to try to work his magic at chess. And try to promote a pawn. Three queens for the duck. Looking pretty good for the duck, to be honest. Although the duck needs to pre-move everything. Three seconds for the duck to win. Nice mate. Wow. By the way, the duck plays a lot of Ultra Bullet. I think it's called Ultra Bullet, but it's like 10-second chess. So very fast. Solid player. Yeah, that one really should have gone to the BughouseLad team. But Angry Birds were lucky to be up enough time there. BughouseLad on the attack. Oh, I spoke too soon. Okay, now he's on the attack again. This king does not look happy though for BughouseLad. CBB defending. another knight would be quite good for the duck. Knight checking over. Knight takes. Oh wow, he's letting the bishop come in. I guess he figures everything is covered. He might be right about that. BughouseLad trying to make something happen. Don't really see anything though. This king looks shockingly safe. Actually, if he had knight plus rook, that was his one chance. Like knight check to deflect one of these two things and leave either this square or this square free. But he didn't have any of that stuff I just mentioned. All right, Penguin's turn to attack. And I think he's going to check until mate. That's what happened. 32.5 to 5.5. It is first to 35. Penguin seems fairly safe. All the action on the duck board. ZBB trying to attack, but his king is also in trouble. We're getting a match request. Go ahead and block this guy. Knight mates for duck, as does rook. Up 5 seconds, maybe 6. Knight is forced. Now, the one trick he has is moving his knight back, hoping for a pre-move, and he can recapture. Even if that happens, there's still going to be enough time to win a knight, but that's really his best shot. Hope for a pre-move. Ah, he's not even going to dignify that. All right. 33.5 to 5.5, favoring Angry Birds. Duck is attacking the light squares over here. Creating a bunch. I assume we sack here. No, he's just developing. He wants this. Okay. Now ZBB can win a bit of material. Ooh, I think Penguin has a good attack here. Should drop some knights in. I think Penguin missed an opportunity there. The Penguin's still up a lot of time. Up 10 seconds. Duck is going to wait till a queen is good for his partner, and then he will trade queens. As soon as the checks stop, there's going to be just a massive attack. Queen in. Bishop check. Knight check. Bishop check. Okay, this works too. Queen up. 34.5 to 5.5. This is match point. That's a little bit scary for Duck. Gets his king's bishop out. That's key. He castles. So that wins a queen. Knight check wins a queen over here. I don't like this bishop move. Don't really understand the point of it. I guess a knight wins though for duck. Knight check, then knight takes. Knight takes. The duck wants a knight. There's a knight. This is over. Oh, actually this guards. I guess you could take the free queen, but it's not mate. And does another knight work? The fourth knight? Now he just takes the queen. Okay. Penguin's position is a little bit sus over here. Another knight check could win another queen, or a queen would mate. Or no, I'm sorry, not there, because we can take it. Or it could be good. All right, he's just going to win another queen. Not taken yet. Maybe he wants bishop check. Go for mate, like two bishops. They are up a fair amount of time. Now knight check comes. This king does not look happy. There's a queen intake. Oh, he takes the queen. And that is mate. That's GG's. Okay. Final score. 35.5 to 5.5, I think. Let me double check. Okay, so this means that Penguin and Duck finished third place in the open section, and ZBB and BughouseLad finished fourth place in the open section. So congratulations to all the players. And this wraps up the tournament. So for those of you involved in the tournament, I'm gonna communicate with chess.com, let them know about the results, and they should reach out to players about the prizes very soon, probably within a week or so. So I'll send them the information today, but they probably won't do anything with it till Monday or Tuesday. Anyway, congratulations to the players. Thanks to everyone who participated on the Bughouse World Championship. And again, this was 2024 Bughouse World Championship. So even though we started a bit late and it took a while, that was 2024. So hopefully we'll have a 2025 Bughouse World Championship in the fall. It's unlikely that we will have much of a prize pool for the next Bughouse World Championship unless we can raise some money, though. Because chess.com, which has generously supported us several years, is not going to be supporting this tournament in the future. But thank you to chess.com for supporting us all these years, including this year. Chess.com put up $2,500 for the prize pool this tournament. So True Sassy C says, who is playing and when do they play? So the finals were already played. The finals match was 12-teen and Little Plotkin versus Chicken and Zizon. And you can find that in my VODs or on my YouTube channel. Alright, so thanks very much everyone for watching. We're going to look for someone to raid. If anyone has any suggestions, please let me know. Oh, hold on. It looks like Diley is streaming. So that's a good person to raid because he streams some Bughouse. And we always want to support Bughouse. playing Bughouse now, in fact, with BWC. He's playing against Vampire Slayer, who looks like she is warming up for the Berlin tournament. Oh, is he stopping? He is stopped. Oh, shoot. All right, I'm going to cancel the raid then. We will shut him out. Okay, so definitely check out his stream. Drop a follow. But looks like we're going to have to go to the chess category and find someone else to raid. If anyone has any suggestions, please let me know. I'm not going to continue streaming myself now. To be honest, I regret streaming today. It was a bit traumatic for me, but I tried to hold myself together. Let me see. Do we recognize anyone? A lot of people streaming right now. Not many names I recognize though. Shoot. All right. Let's raid this guy. All right, thanks everyone for watching. Really appreciate it. And I hope you all have a great day. If you haven't followed yet, appreciate a follow. I stream usually Tuesday and Thursday nights. So I'll be streaming again this Tuesday night and Wednesday, most every week. I'm going to be going to the World Open and playing some over the board Bughouse. So anyone going to the World Open, please let me know. Hope you all have a great week. Bye everyone.